welcome everybody to the final of the Scrub Club Invitational. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the grand final of this tournament, and without further ado, I'll introduce our players. Firstly, playing for the Overmind and the Zerg race as a whole, we have Postage, and for Aya, we have Phonic. Now, this is the grand final, so it will be a best of 5, and because I'm participating in said final, I'll try and keep this as unbiased as I can, and I'll predominantly be casting from Phonic's point of view, I guess, just to kind of assist in that fact. Now, if I get severely distracted, the only reason for that is I'm watching the GSL round of 8, Codes round of 8, where Naniwa has just been knocked out, and Parting and Squirtle, I believe it is, are just about to face off now. I think it's Squirtle. No, it's Parting and Oz. That's who it is. But without wasting any more of your time, guys, we'll be jumping into the game, which is our first map. And after a quick PP being thrown down from Phonic, we're ready for the first game of the final series, and we're on Cloud Kingdom LE, guys. A bit of brotherly love being thrown down in the first couple of sentences in this game. So in the top right hand position of the map, we have our purple Zerg Postage, who has had an undefeated run to this point at the moment, being able to successively 2-0 Jathura in his only game that he's actually played before now, because unfortunately the rest of his matches were walkovers. Where in the bottom left hand side of this map we have our red Protoss Phonic, who has successively moved through the losers bracket after being knocked out 2-1 in group... I'll just check that now, guys. After being knocked out 2-1 in group, let's have a look, group F of the winners bracket, he was able to then sweep through the losers bracket, having 2 walkovers to start, then being able to 2-0 Iskar Jarek, 4th place winner, and then being able to top Jathura in a 2-1 series to assure his place in the final. So what we're seeing here is a little bit of probe stop micro and a 14 gas 14 pool here, and Phonic just hanging around in the base of Postage, just getting a bit of scouting information. So 3 straight into gas, nice split into returning those minerals, and Phonic just going for a bit of chrono boostage and a forge fast expand, it looks like. This probe probably could have actually stayed at the main and mined a bit longer just to get those couple of extra minerals. It might have only have been an extra 20 or 40, but it all adds up at the end of the day, as I'm sure you're all aware. So the pool about to finish now for Postage, and he saved up a bit of bank to go for that queen and early Zerglings straight out, and then the gas hits 100, and so we see speed soon, maybe. Oh, there we go. So a little bit late on that speed timing, but that's alright. And what's this? Oh god. Alright, so so the Nexus being thrown down for Phonic, the fast expand, and that cannon going down as well. Unfortunately for him, that probe was killed before placing down any kind of proxy shenanigans. We'll call it shenanigans. And that cannon should finish off. A complete wall off to defend against any lings. So that's a good bit of information from Phonic, as he did see those lings that killed his probe, and he knew that they'd probably be coming to try and do a fast run by. But no suit for you today, guys, as the double cannon wall is up next to the forge. And this Nexus just about to complete now. So it looks like Postage is going a lair before second hatch, as that research started a bit earlier, and fairly good timing on that inject from the Queen. So speed's about to finish up as well. And if we jump into the income tab, we see that Phonic is actually quite a considerable amount ahead in the work account. But we should be seeing quite a few, whoops, control disabled sound, bit of lost Zerglings there. We do see that Postage has all the army and Phonic has neglected to build a gate at the moment, but that's alright because it's actually working in his favour with the superior probe count now. So Baneling Nest being thrown down to try and bust this line. And exactly looking after you guys, the viewers, as this second hatch is about to finish up now. So it looks like Postage wants to try and bust this wall here, either by going through the cannons or going for probe and then depowering the forge. And then the double gas being thrown down at the expansion of Phonic. The gate and then cybernetics core now being thrown down as well. And a serious amount of probes on the way, leading the way in the work account. So here comes the 6 Banelings, all 8 Banelings that he'll need, and he's just going to be waiting for some reinforcing lings. And he should actually probably be saving up for a second queen now instead of committing too much to this attack, because Phonic is starting to really stream ahead in the work account here, and even though things seem even, the gas is where it's going to come back to bite him in the late game. So here we go, so we'll get rid of that, get this out of the way, and here comes the Banelings, 2 Banelings down, a third goes down, and unfortunately for him that Baneling does go down as well, so how many probes will die here will be the defining point of how successful this attack is. Quite a few dying so far. He should be killing more and more. What's he doing? He's getting caught in the line of fire of that cannon, and not a huge amount of damage being done yet. So another probe going down, and we'll have a look at the lost tab. So there was 10 workers killed. So not too bad, but it forces the response from Phonic, which is to build more cannons, and that will be a good thing. However, there was a success in that he has been able to reverse the work accounts now and start to push ahead to work towards a macro game. Just try and fix something on my other screen. It looks like GOM player is not playing nice with XSplit, which I'm using to record this. So that's alright, I'll just focus on the game for now, which I should be doing and which I am doing. So the third hatch going down now for Postage, and the Roach Warren becoming a part of a lower ground wall. So maintaining the position on the watchtowers just to have any vision of any sneaky pushes that might be coming out, whilst Phonic still elects for this full wall in, throwing down 2 gates behind it and another 3 that are up on the high ground. And is that Air Weapons 1? And that's right guys, I missed the fleet beacon going down, or the fleet beacon, and we have a mothership 10 minutes into the game. It's safe to say that this has kind of been, no, it's safe to say it is a mothership rush guys. It's a 2-base mothership rush, and it's going to be followed up by carriers as well. Postage not building anything that can, oh wait, hang on, he's got a Hydralisk Den. So this may not be all doom and gloom for him at the moment, and the Spire is also going down. But it's all going to depend on how many Hydras he's got on the field and how good their upgrades are. Which, unfortunately for him, there is no Evo chamber on the ground at the moment. So, it'll all come down to, I guess, how many Hydras he ends up with and if he builds too many Roaches. So the Graviton Catapult and Protoss Air Weapons 2 on the way now. And these Lings going to see if they can scout anything, any hidden bases, but this actually makes quite a bit of sense now. And for those wondering at home, it looks like Parting is just taking the first game of of his group as well. So by the time this video is up, it should be a couple of days before, or a couple of days after this specific round of 8 is done. Is finished, so this shouldn't be too much of a spoiler, so I don't feel too guilty. And the mothership pops, cloaking its carrier friend, as 3 carriers are pumped out at a time, Got the Chrono Boost and the Cloaking Field effects on that at the moment. And unfortunately for Postage, it doesn't look like he's going to be in a super strong position. He is trying to spread creep between his bases and get a couple of Hydralisks with the Groove Spines research on the way as well, throwing down a Macro Hatch, and hence the being supply blocked is not all he'll need. Oh no, that's already had 3 Overlords that just popped anyway. So we'll open up the APM for these two players, and we see that Phonic, due to this build, isn't necessarily playing fast, he's just playing effectively, and he has the interceptors on auto build, which is the right click function for you guys wondering at home. So a third carrier coming out to join now, and unfortunately Phonic has been supply blocked as well. Now the 4th base for Postage is being taken as well, and he's got quite a few drones on the way to saturate that, and another 8 Hydralisks on the way at the moment. So he should, with this many Hydralisks on the field plus the ones that are coming, which will be roughly 16, he should be able to deal with this. Just depends when he'll see it and how many more carries will come out on the field, because there's another, and this could become quite a bit of an issue if it goes unnoticed for much longer. So we see no vision in here, but he could have seen the Stargates. Oh. So we'll go to the income tab and we see that it's 87 to 59. And even a few Corruptors on the way. So this should be an adequate force, just depending on how Postage engages this. And it looks like he's going for a sort of an Overlord drop. Perhaps maybe a drop into the main, or something along those lines. But here it comes. And here comes the pain. We'll jump into Postage cam now. So he goes, what the for carriers? Loses all the workers at his main, or at his 4th base I should say. And all these Hydrals getting, into a wormhole. What do they call that again? Hang on. Vortex, into a vortex. So that might be one of the reasons why. So a lot of interceptors dying, however. The mothership, or the mothership, is strong, and it should fall. Wow. Not focusing on the mothership costs him quite a bit as he dips down, but he's still fairly heavily with the supply. His money is quite low at the moment as he pops another bunch of Hydralisks, throwing down the Hero Queen, and he should be able to bust through this hopefully. As the carriers swell in numbers, he's now up to 6 carriers with another one on the way I believe somewhere. But that's lending a hand in assisting the attack. As Postage walks in to kill a bunch of work. And the Queen's trying to deal with it now, and the Hydralisks not doing anything he should be dealing with these, but instead he's letting his... and he's going for the tech structures. So he needs to be pumping out a few more Hydralisks in order to deal with this. His supply is dropping. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. He needs to be grouping these up instead of just having the move command walk through the carriers. One carrier goes down. And there's not enough Hydralisks. And he's target firing the Hydralisk down as well, and that is not much else he can do from here as all the Queens dying, all the Roaches cleaned up by these 2 hero carriers. You've got the 20 kill carrier, the 25 kill carrier, the 14 kill carrier, the 27 kill carrier, and there is nothing else he can do with this. This is going to be a good game with the good carrier mothership rush. And I'm fairly sure Postage wasn't expecting this when he started the game. These Hydralisks have been absolutely ripped through. The supply drops now. We open the resources lost tab and we see the that production doesn't always matter. And the lol GG, and he leaves. So first game goes to Phonic in this series. We'll come back to game 2 now and we'll see if Phonic can go 2 on the road or if Postage can level the series up at 1-1. So stay tuned guys, and we'll be back right after this.